I believe that every movie adheres to the 29-point story structure. No matter if the writer outlines first or dives in blind, the end product follows the same 29 beats. Men in Black is my exhibit T. This film fits snugly into the old action category. Industry powerhouses in front of and behind the camera gave us plenty of thrills and stunts to provide a proper cinematic spectacle. And yet, its resulting franchise has not equaled nor surpassed its inaugural outing. Whether a conscious decision or an editing room epiphany, the second half of Men in Black races along at twice the speed of the first. This abrupt shift in pace is only successful because we still hit every sequence of the 29-point story structure. By shortening the sequence lengths in the second half, Men in Black benefits from a formula that arguably should have been the foundation of every sequel since. Let's begin. A tight focus on the core elements of the protagonist's personality, inner conflict, and situation. Seasoned galactic employee Agent K nears the end of his illustrious career, and he's ready to move on. And the future Agent J proves himself overqualified for his NYPD career, and he is ready to move up. Where, why, and how the protagonist exists in their world, with a focus on why they don't quite fit in. What the future Agent J knows to be true is treated with derision and mockery from those around him. Agent K navigates government bureaucracy with bored ease and bends the situation to his favor. They visit a merchant known to them both in search for answers. A singular event that's never happened before and is destined to lead the protagonist away from their status quo. The future Agent J witnesses his first extraterrestrial regeneration. An examination of what's different in light of the something new, what's the same in spite of it in relation to the status quo. The future Agent J can't be allowed to leak the presence of aliens on Earth, yet Agent K knows that he's found a replacement in this new kid, and the cause of Mikey's opening dash for the border is about to be mobile. The discovery that things are less than ideal, or an exploration of how badly things are. The future Agent J grapples with comical levels of vague secrecy and practical testing. Characters dedicate their effort to a specified goal, which is smaller in scope than the primary objective of the third act. Zed defers to Agent K to select the man in black he's to train, who introduces the future Agent J to extraterrestrial life on Earth. A brief checklist of the story elements needed for the second act. Pulling aside the veil and learning the galactic truth, the impending bug menace, Men in Black as an organization, and their never-ending menagerie of gadgets, weapons, and tools. The singular event that launches the protagonist into the wild jungle of the second act, also called an oh shit moment. The future Agent J becomes Agent J, 90s attitude and all. Oh shit. Characters must learn all new rules and expectations, distinct to this adventure. Agent J sits through his first MIB briefing, and the bug menace flies onto their radar, and he's reminded that none of their technology behaves how it looks. Characters showcase their ability to grow in the areas this adventure requires, typically through external means. The bug menace finds and assassinates its target, while Agent K pieces together the clues of the mass exodus. Characters face legitimate and understandable reasons to deviate from their stated convictions, agendas, or desires. Agent K frets over the bug menace he's been sniffing around since the opening scene, and relays to Agent J how terrible this is. An escalation of problems that vex the characters. Dr. Weaver carves into a human-suited alien and discovers the extraterrestrial truth herself. Again. Agents K and J poke around the dead human-suited aliens for clues. Characters evolve internally by utilizing everything they've gathered and learned. Dr. Weaver unlocks the suit in time for the Archelian Prince to deliver a cryptic message, and push the investigation along. Journey-weary characters reconcile the reality of their ongoing situation with who they were in the first act. The bug menace discovers its earthbound mission isn't as complete as it thought, while Agent J suffers the same derisive, mocking reaction to what he knows is the truth, and Agent K reflects on the life that could have been. A singular event strikes at the protagonist's core conflict. The personal sacrifices of joining the Men in Black weigh heavier on those who were never given the choice. Characters find a safe harbor that also provides needed answers for both external and internal conflicts. The Men in Black discover the cause of the unusual alien activity, and they run to their weapons locker. The Bug Menace returns to the jewelry store to find the galaxy and kinda finds it. The clarified objective is realized in part or in whole, though it's meaningless without the completion of the primary objective. Agent J confronts the wider scope of alien life, but it gets away. Agent K admits that there's always a looming catastrophe, but secrecy is of utmost importance. An existential conflict that wounds the character's sense of self, worldly identity, or their journey. Agent K interrogates a reluctant Frank for information. If the Bug Menace gets the galaxy, the Arquillians will be killed off. The galaxy is impossibly small to find on Earth in time to stop the Arquillians from opening fire. And Agent J figures it out by luck that they had the galaxy within arm's reach at Dr. Weaver's morgue. An undeniable win for the protagonist, typically in direct connection to the rebirth. The Men in Black converge on the galaxy at the same time as the Bug Menace. Twofer. A grand loss directly connected to the character's newfound inability to quit the journey. The Bug Menace snatches the galaxy and takes Dr. Weaver hostage. A thematic freefall, tied directly to the heavy price. The Bug Menace escapes with the galaxy and Dr. Weaver, and hauls ass to a way off planet. A singular event that robs the protagonist of seemingly any chance of success. Agents J and K lose the Bug Menace in the crowd. Characters cannot return to their starting personas and must turn to face the primary objective. MIB-HQ scrambles to figure out the Bug Menace's escape plan, solved by Agent J looking at the right thing at the needed moment. He and Agent K race to the departure zone. Characters move towards the climax while utilizing the major swings and sneaky misdirections of the story. They arrive just in time to shoot down the spacecraft with hand cannons from their car's weapons locker. The Bug Menace sheds the Edgar suit and faces off with Agents K and J again, but at full power. The final confrontation between the protagonist and the antagonistic force. Agent K follows his gun into the belly of the beast, and Agent J hones his 90s attitude to annoy the Bug Menace just enough to want to risk being blown up just to squash him. The singular event where the protagonist finally confronts their place in the status quo. Agent K finally finds at least one of their guns and blows the Bug Menace in two from the inside. The direct aftermath of the climax. Agent J recovers the galaxy, and Dr. Weaver finds her way deeper into the alien cover-up conspiracy. Again. The consequences of the climax in relation to other characters and the status quo. Agent K reveals that his time is up and hands the neuralizer over to his replacement, and Agent J administers his peaceful retirement. A tight focus on the protagonist contrasted from the opening. Agent J proves that his first MIB suit wouldn't be the last one he'd ever wear, and takes on Agent L as his young Padawan. And there you have it. My 20th example to support my argument that all movies follow the exact same story structure, regardless of how the writer approaches their craft. Men in Black rocketed through its second half in half the time of its first, and creates a pulse-pounding ending. While this approach isn't typical in movies, it satisfyingly works because it holds tight to the 29-point story structure. But does this earthbound action comedy follow the same plot beats? As a writing exercise straight out of the hero's journey teeming with limitless merchandise potential? Yes, it arguably does. Next on my docket, Star Wars: A New Hope. Please subscribe to stay up to date with this and future videos, and please like and comment with your thoughts and reactions. I'll talk to you next time.